Since late 1989, the Indian state of Jammu and Kashmir has been in the grip of a vicious movement of Islamist extremist terrorism. As many as 40,000 lives have been lost in this conflict over the last 30 plus years of a sub-conventional war that has inflicted enormous sufferings on the people of the state and transformed this confrontation between South Asia's traditional rivals into a political nuclear flashpoint. January 19 marks that time of the year, what is generally recognized as the beginning of this process of ethnic cleansing, as a result of which Kashmiri Pandits were hounded out of the Kashmir Valley. On this day in 1990, a Kashmiri Pandit nurse working at the Saura Medical College Hospital in Srinagar was raped and later killed by Pakistani backed terrorists. The incident was preceded by massacres of Pandit families in Telwani and Sangrama villages of Badgam district and other places in Kashmir Valley. While the Jammu and Kashmir Liberation Front claimed a secular agenda of liberation from Indian rule, the terrorist intent was clearly to drive non-Muslims out of the state and establish Nizam-e-Mustafa. A majority of Pandit refugees who are now living in squalid camps with spiraling health and economic problems, the number, approximately 2,17,000 Pandits still live in abysmal conditions in Jammu, with families of about 5 to 6 huddled in a small room. Social workers and psychologists working among them testify that living as refugees in such conditions has taken a severe toll on their physical and mental health. Confronted with the specter of cultural extinction, the incidence of problems such as insomnia, depression, and hypertension have increased, and birth rates have declined significantly. A 1997 study based on inquiries at various migrant camps in Jammu and Delhi revealed that there have been only 16 births compared to 49 deaths in about 300 families between 1990 and 1995. Worse, the dangers of this ethnic cleansing are also making inroads in other areas of the LOC and international borders in Jammu region, with Islamic terrorists specifically targeting Hindus in these areas. There is now a steady flow of migrants of Hindus from rural and remote areas towards Jammu city, and these trends have accelerated in the last few months. The Pandits have rejected the rehabilitation process, these proposals that envision provision of jobs if the displaced people turn back or return to the valley, indicating that they were not willing to become cannon fodder for politicians who guarantee their security. The Pandits insist that they will return to the valley only when they and not others are able to determine the situation is conducive to their safety. We cannot go back in the conditions prevailing in Kashmir. We will go back on our own terms. Kashmiri Samiti President Sunil Shakdar said in August 2012 in response to then regime's proposed rehabilitation agenda. The Pandits appear fully justified in their reluctance to fall for the succession of rehabilitation schemes that are periodically announced. Any proposal to return the Pandits to the valley in the past has usually been followed by targeted terrorist killings. Whenever an attempt to facilitate return to the valley has been initiated, a major incident of either a terrorist violence or local violence has occurred against them. The massacre of 26 Pandits in Vanhama, a hamlet in Ganderbal area of the valley, on the intervening 9 of Jan 25, 1998, is a stark reminder. For the majority of displaced Kashmiris, um, the election has little meaning. Panun Kashmir, a leading organization during the run up to state elections, had dismissed the exercise as meaningless. They said the election commission decision to make arrangements for Hindu migrants to vote from outside J&K institutionalizes their migrant status. The move to allow migrant pundits to vote at respective refugee camps only reinforces the mindset that there are no chances for them to return to power ever. So, this is not just a genocide of the people, this is a genocide of a culture, this is a genocide of Aboriginal community of Jammu and Kashmir, which is Kashmiri Pandits. And now it's been more than 34 years, and the community is still waiting for the justice, for that opportunity to go back to their motherland and go back on their own terms. And neither the state sponsored terrorism from our neighbors nor the policies of successive governments have helped streamline the situation for Pandits to go back. Article 370 revocation was a big step forward. However, on the ground, we still see violence, we still see Hindus being targeted, and above all, the administration itself, in all its efforts to bring Pandits back, have not managed to come up with a proposal where they can go back to the places from where they came and can restore and live again with dignity and honor. Thank you.